Peace, 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 family. My name is Michael Jordan, aka the Serious Alchemist. Back with another one. I'm coming on here this Sunday afternoon. I'm going live. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the Black Sun. I want to come on here and talk about the Black Sun. I did a video about the Black Sun yesterday, and it should be posting on Wednesday. But I want to go into some deeper aspects of the Black Sun. I think I'm going to be going live every Sunday, you know what I'm saying, at 11:30, 11:45 every Sunday. You know what I'm saying, dropping knowledge, um, going deep into some sciences. So today's science, I'm going to go into the Black Sun a little bit because I know y'all been experiencing that heat, you know what I'm saying, that heat that's out there. And like I was trying to explain that sun that we're experiencing right now is not the same sun that's always been in our atmosphere. We are dealing with a new sun. We are dealing with the Black Sun from Sirius, from the Sirius constellation. You feel me? Um, yeah, this sun is, like I said, it's causing havoc for some folks. You know what I'm saying? I done seen some of these people out here just burning up from this sun, and I seen some people that's just glowing. I mean, literally glowing in the sun. And me personally, I try to stay in the sun as much as possible. You know what I mean? I try to get out there as much as possible, but right now we got the Black Sun is out there. And there's a scripture in the Bible. I can't remember. I think it's Malachi 4:2, but don't hold me to that. I'm not sure, but it says the sun will rise with healing in its wings. And that sun has risen, and that sun is called the Black Sun. And so the sun that you see out there is not really there. That's more of a hologram. And if you want to understand what I mean by saying it's a hologram, you got to get the book, The Holographic Universe by Michael Talbot. It's the holographic universe, but that sun out there is a hologram. The true sun is behind it is Sirius, right? It's the sun behind the sun is the true sun. That sun that you see out there is just a hologram, you know what I'm saying? But the heat is actually coming from the sun Sirius because the Greeks used to say heaven is hot because heaven was Sirius. So the Greeks would say that heaven was hot. And how you know that heaven was transferred to the earth realm from Sirius to the earth plane is the three chief stars in Sirius are those three stars in Orion's belt. Trying to think of the name of those stars. But they represent those three stars in Orion's belt represent the three pyramids that's sitting on the earth. That's how you recognize that Sirius is now on the earth, based on the number three, which is the three chief stars in Orion's belt and the three pyramids, and also the three glands in the human brain, which is a hypothalamus gland, the pineal gland, and the pituitary gland. You see what I'm saying? And before it was the three pyramids, it was the three crosses. It represented the three crosses. When you see those three crosses on Calvary, so that's how you know Sirius came to the earth. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know Sirius is down here. But anyway, to get back into the science at hand, the Black Sun, which I did a book review on this book, the Black Sun, the Alchemy and Art of Darkness by Stanton Marlin. It's a really good book if you want to understand the Black Sun, which is in our atmosphere right now, which is causing havoc on a lot of folks, and like I said, it's healing a lot of folks as well. You know what I'm saying? So I want to come on here and share something with you. I want to read a little something from the book. You know what I mean? I want to read a little something from the book. It's chapter 2, and it's called The Descent into Darkness. And it says, what follows is difficult and uncomfortable. Hillman warns that the Negrito speaks with the voice of the raven, foretelling dire happenings, and Dante tells us, abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Yet, in addition to these warnings, I would like to provide some encouragement. The artist Ad Reinhardt pointed out that we have a natural tendency to rush away from such experiences. Yet he encouraged us instead to wait a minute, to hold fast, because looking into blackness requires a period of adjustment. The reward for staying is available to those who have faith enough to withstand infinite duration. Staying with the darkness allows something to happen that escapes us if we are hasty. If we resist our natural tendency to take flight before painful experiences, we can descend into dark aspects of the unconscious, which is necessary if we are to make contact with what Goethe calls infinite nature. Turning toward such darkness requires a willingness to stay with suffering and to make a descent into the unconscious. Goethe's great work, Faust, was essential to Jung, who once said that one cannot meditate enough about Faust. Edinger also remarked that this work is of major importance for the psychological understanding of modern man. For Jung, Goethe was the grip of descent, an archetypal process, a process also alive and active within him as a living substance. The great dream of the mundus archetypus, the archetypal world, it was Goethe's main business and essential to his goal of penetrating the dark secrets of the personality. In the opening of Faust's Goethe magnum opus, Faust reflects on the Negrido of night. So the Negrido is talking about it's kind of talking about the putrefaction of the human uh, constitution. So when you get to the Greedo, when you get to the Negrido, which is the blackness of the truth. It really is the Negrido and the nigga. The word niggas really comes from the same source. But when you get to the Negrido, as he's speaking about in this book, you really get into the soul of the human, the human being. You get into the essence of the human being, right? So, um, um, so the black sun is, like I said, it has a two. It's a two-edged sword. It's a two-edged sword. It has healing on one side, and then it has destruction on another side of it, or exposure, because what it does, it exposes. That's why everything's being exposed in 2025, because the black sun is now in our atmosphere, and everything that is not right, that is not in alignment with what it should be in alignment with, is going to get exposed. It's going to expose everything that's not in alignment with what should be, because we finna come into some serious times, right? And like I said, we entered into the Jason months. We just entered the Jason months. If you don't know what the Jason months is, July, August, September, October, November. Those are the Jason months, right? And those were the powers that were usually try to do their rituals and try to keep control of the masses, right? Those are the times when they do the most. That's when they do the most. So pay attention to a lot of things that happens um, during those months. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to the world events and all those things that's happening during those months. You feel me? So yeah. And there's something that um, that's in the back of this book. It says, in the Black Sun, Stan Marlin takes us on an unflinching and ultimately healing journey through the shadowland of despair where most abandon all hope. There we find a strange light shines. In that light, we can discern what is otherwise invisible. Marlin teaches us to see in the dark. You know what I'm saying? This is what this book will teach you, how to see in the dark and not be afraid of things that you may run across in this life, because most of it is an illusion. Most of it is not real. But pretty much all of it is not real, but it's real at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So you don't want to take this too seriously, but you want to take it serious, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? But back to the science of the black sun, and I'm gonna show y'all some images of some alchemical images in this book representing the black sun. So this sun has been talked about by all ancient cultures, and we are experiencing it right now in real time. You know what I'm saying? We're experiencing the black sun. So like I said, I be seeing, I was at the store the other day and I seen this one female. She was just burnt from the sun. I mean, she was burnt from head to toe, just red, and her skin looked raw. You know what I mean? And then in the same instance, I seen another person. and they looked like they was glowing from the sun. I mean, they were just literally glowing. Because they probably was eating right, they probably was thinking right, they probably was, you know, working out and all kinds of things of that nature. You know what I mean? So, but if you're a heavy melanated being, you need to be in the sun. You know what I'm saying? You need to be in the sun, getting as much sun as possible, because the sun is rising with healing in its wings. You feel me? Um, but let me show y'all these images. These are alchemical images trying to teach you higher truths, right? So this image right here is the green lion devouring the sun. 16th century woodcut from Stanisławiski de Rola, Alchemy, The Secret Art, plate 20. Let me show y'all the green lion, right? That's all symbolic, right? All that is symbolic. If you understand symbology, then you understand that frame right there. You understand that picture frame, because the green lion is devouring the sun. So the sun, that's the image of the sun that was in our atmosphere, is no longer there. This is a different sun out. This is a different beast out there, y'all. If y'all ain't been paying attention to the sun that's out there right now, that's a different beast out there. Pay attention. That's a different sun. It's not the same sun. It's the black sun that's now in our atmosphere, right? So, with that being said, and getting the sun too, the sun is giving off a lot of light codes. It's giving off a lot of downloads. You know what I'm saying? It's also, when you're sweating, is pulling a lot of impurities out your body, and it is pulling them out in a way like never before. And this sun is. So get out in that sun. Take your shoes off. Take you know what I'm saying. Take your socks off. Ground. You know what I'm saying. Get out there and ground. You feel me? Jay Hooks, peace, God. I see you. I see you. Peace, Jay Hooks. Yeah. Get out in the sun. Bro guy Jay Hooks just showed up. Appreciating popping in. But yeah, man, get out in the sun, man, because this sun is exposing a whole lot. It's exposing a whole lot right now. So I would advise y'all to get out in the sun, take your shoes off. You know what I mean? Get your feet in there and just ground, man, and try to connect with nature. And because I got up this morning and did some grounding and some meditating and listening to music. And I just started expressing gratitude because I'm thankful for everything that's going on in my life. I'm thankful for everything, even the things that I may not appreciate it. I'm even thankful for that because I learn from everything that happens in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I hope everybody else out there is doing that. They learning, because that's what this is all about. It's all about the growth. But I'm gonna get back to this black sun. I'm gonna show you some more images of this black sun. Here's another image. This image is a portrayal of putrefaction from Solomon Trismosin, Splendor Solis. And this is the black sun, the image of the black sun. I don't want to show y'all that one. That's on the other. Well, let me show you this one first, and then I'll show you the other one. Because you don't see that one anyway. That's the black sun. That's an image somebody painted of the black sun. And that's what's out. And you know what I'm saying? These are just symbolic images of what's in our atmosphere right now. And here's another one. On this, I don't know if y'all can see that one. Let me see if I can get it on there right. But that's another image of the black sun. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's in our atmosphere, family. So I'm showing y'all, I'm telling y'all this because I'm trying to get people to understand that we in a different time. That even the atmosphere is changing. You know what I'm saying? Things are changing. So one thing constant is change. So we always have to be ready for change. You know what I'm saying? We always got to be ready for change. And let's see. There's some more pictures in here of the black sun and what it represents. Let me see here. Here's one. Here's a couple of the black sun images, symbolic images. You know what I'm saying? These are all symbolic. You know what I'm saying? If you understand symbology, then you know what I'm saying, then you could really understand what's happening. You feel me? Let me see here. What am I trying to do here? Yeah, that's a good question, Jay Hooks. Let's see. Do you think there's ever a point where the sun is really going to look black? Um, I think so, Jay Hooks. From the physical standpoint, I don't know though. From a spiritual standpoint, yes. If you look through your spiritual eye, yes. To answer your question, I would say yes. But on a physical level, I would say it might could be possible on a physical level too. But I just ain't never seen it. But yeah, that's a good question, guy. That's a good question. But yeah, I think so on the in the physical realm. But as far as the physical, I don't know. It may be possible. I just may not have experienced that yet. And then I want to show y'all some other pictures of the black sun is known as God in some circles. And there's another image of the black sun right there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this sun that we dealing with right now is real powerful right now, y'all. So if I was y'all, I would get out there and bathe in that sun. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, take your shoes off, ground as much as you can. Get that healing energy rolling through your body. But there was something else in here I wanted to read. I wanted to share with the family too. There's a little poem in here that I read the other night, and I was like, damn, this poem kind of represents something I've been experiencing, but it's all good. It says, this is the poem. It says, shattered like a window pane, broken by a storm. Each tiny piece of me lies only and scattered far beyond be picked up. Excuse me. Let me start over from the beginning. I got ahead of myself. Shattered like a window pane, broken by a storm. Each tiny piece of me lies only and scattered far beyond repair. All my shining dreams just lying there. I'm broken, but I'm laughing. It's the sound of falling glass. I hope that you won't mind if I should cry and come in while I wait for this to pass. Oh God, I'm shattered into fragments. Common gray sweep the pieces all away. And then no one will know how much it matters. Something deep inside of me is shattered. Something deep inside of me is shattered. Something deep inside of me is shattered. I read that the other night and I was like, damn, that you know what I'm saying? That just touched me. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we have stuff in us that's really not complete. You know what I mean? There's something that our soul is looking for. You know what I'm saying? It's looking for nourishment. It's looking for structure. It's looking for love. It's looking for all these things. It's looking for respect. It's looking for all these things, right? So sometimes when we don't find these things, or we find a fault in somebody else, we tend to judge that person, right? When the goal should just be to learn the lesson and move on without the judgment. That should be the goal. Learn the lesson and just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I ain't mad at nobody. You know what I'm saying? I care about everybody. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I realize that there's a part of me when I see something that don't agree with my world or my realm or my sphere, I may not react in the way that I should, but I'm still working on that. Like I said, I ain't never claimed to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody on this planet is perfect, because if they was, they probably wouldn't be here, right? So with that being said, that's why I'm going into this black sun today, because I've been realizing this sun has been affecting all of us in certain kind of ways. And that's why I really did this live, because I really wanted to come on here and talk about this and get it out of my system. I think the sun is affecting us in all different kind of ways. Some of us are evolving. Some of us are now coming into this information. You know what I'm saying? We may not quite understand it. We may not really quite uh, really figured it out yet. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. It's okay. You know, we got to learn how to be easy on ourselves, and we got to learn how to be easy on other people, because at the end of the day, it's a journey, and we all still learning. But um, I'm thankful for everything that comes my way. I'm thankful for everybody that comes my way and into my life, and all the experiences that come along with that. So, with that being said, love your life, love your journey. You know, keep studying, keep putting in the work, because it's gonna pay off in the end. It's really gonna pay off in the end. And I didn't get to where I got today, um, taking the easy road. I always took the hard road. I always took the path least traveled. That was just my, what I'm saying? That was just my forte. I always took the path least traveled. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I roll. But I'm realizing right now that the sun in our atmosphere has changed. And it's changing. It's changing. Um it's changing a lot of stuff, man. It's a lot of stuff and exposing a lot of stuff. And so I said all that to say that whatever you are being exposed to, don't allow it to don't allow it to change you. Don't allow it to change you in the essence of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it's happening for you to learn something. It's not happening for you to get angry or to get upset and all this kind of thing. It's happening for you ultimately to learn something. You know what I mean? So that's that's something that I got to learn and something I got to keep striving to achieve. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I ain't perfect. I ain't gonna never claim to be perfect. But one thing I am though, I'm real. One thing I will tell you, I'm real. I'm not coming to you in no fake kind of way. I study, I research, and I read, and I bring these books so y'all could go get the books and study them and read them. And I love doing what I do. I love it. I love this kind of stuff. It's just who I am. But the Black Sun family is real. The Black Sun is real, and it's in our atmosphere right now. So if you're dealing with something right now, try to understand that sun because it's burning away impurities in the body, and it's also another thing it's doing is also bringing in superpowers. It's also causing people to experience superpowers because man, I've been seeing stuff, yo, and been doing things that I never thought I could do. And the only way, and one thing I can say that's happening to me is I'm getting closer and closer to God, yo. I promise you, I'm getting closer and closer to God. And that's all, this is what this is all about, in my opinion, is to become closest to God as possible. Right? That's what we say. We say, peace, God. You know what I'm saying? Peace, King. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting closer and closer to kinghood. I'm getting closer and closer to godhood. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting closer and closer to my true self. I'm getting closer and closer to my higher self. So everything I experience is for a reason. It's not bad. It's not wrong. It's not none of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. That's the end goal, Jay Hooks. That's the end goal, God. To become God. Like I said, I ain't perfect. I ain't perfect. And that's what I'm striving to be is be perfect. So um, yeah. So I appreciate everybody that's been in my life, that's been a part of my life. And if I responded in the wrong way, you just have to forgive me because I'm still dealing with this stuff like everybody else. You know what I mean? I'm trying to find my way, like everybody else trying to find their way. So um, the big thing for me though is respect. You know, the big thing for me is respect. We should respect everybody, what they bring to the table, even if we don't agree with it. You know what I mean? So yeah, the Black Sun is real, family. The Black Sun is out there. Um, there's a saying about the Black Sun, and I was reading about it the other night, and I was like, damn, a lot of people need to know about this Black Sun. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people need. Yes, sir. Yeah, me too, Dre Hooks. Same here, God. Same here, God. I feel the same way from day one. All love. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yeah, but I was reading something in this book, man. I want to share with y'all, man. And it goes into the Negrito. And the Negrito, when I first looked at that word, the Negrito, I was like, damn, the Negrito. I was like, that kind of sound like nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I started looking into, and I come to find out it's an alchemical word, right? It's really alchemical. You know what I'm saying? So it's talking about a process that happens after death, or you know what I'm saying, or a process. I guess sometimes the process happens during while you still. It can happen while you're still alive, and I think that's more preferred to happen while you're still alive. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? But yeah. Let me read this though. The alchemical procedure calcination has its parallel in tantric rites, in which Kali is worshipped at cemeteries. The goddess copulates with her consort Shiva on the body of a corpse, which is burning in a funeral pyre. These rites symbolically and ritually depict death, out of which a new spiritual human being arises, shining. Kali's blackness is said to shine, and in figure 4.1, we see the Kali figure who reduces the universe to ashes. The darkness just before the bright phase of a reconstituted self. I believe the idea of the shining, what we see here, parallels the alchemical idea of the whitening and silvering. In alchemy, certain passages of text also emphasize a shining or glowing blackness. You hear that? A shining or glowing blackness. And I kind of seen that yesterday when I seen this sister at the store. I mean, she was glowing. And that's what I'm talking about. I saw the effects of the black sun in that sister. She was glowing. Then I saw another person. She was red and burned up and her skin was raw. And I was like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, this is two complete dichotomies. So I started thinking about the things I've been experiencing, right, in my life, and how the sun has been affecting me in my life. It's been how it's been working in my life has been exposing things, and not necessarily exposing things about other people, exposing things about myself. You feel me? So I got to put myself in there. You know what I'm saying? I can't just push this on nobody else. I got to have myself in there. If I'm gonna keep it 100, I got to put myself in there, right? So it's also exposing things about myself, right? So as it's exposing stuff to me about myself, I'm like, okay, Mike, what I got to do is I got to take more time on me, with me, because the only way I'm gonna get closer to God is to get closer to myself. Spending more time with myself, spending more time knowing myself, and trying to understand my purpose and understand my path and why I'm here, right? And also complete my mission why I'm here. You know what I mean? Because we all got a mission to complete. We got a soul mission. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, you know what I'm saying? We took on, you know what I'm saying? We took on this, we took on this, flesh. And with this flesh came a mission. And I want to complete my mission. And my mission is not to, hurt nobody or talk about nobody or be like that. My mission is to be the best I can be. And sometimes, do I fall short of that? Yes, I do. But that don't mean I'm gonna stay down. I'm gonna get back up and I'm gonna keep it moving, right? And that's what I expect everybody else to do. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. Yeah. But yo, family, get this book, The Black Sun, The Alchemy and Art of Darkness. Because you ain't gonna know light until you know darkness. I'm gonna say that again, family. You're not gonna know light until you know darkness. You're just not. Light comes out of darkness. You're never going to get rid of one or the other. They're going to always exist. You know what I'm saying? Darkness is necessary. Light is necessary. But light comes out of darkness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to seek the light. I ain't so say I am seeking the light. Scratch that trying. I am seeking the light. You feel me? I am seeking the light. Because the darkness is here. Right? So when we start to read about the black sun, let me show you this image of Kali, what I just read about. And then let me finish this. In alchemy, certain passages of text also emphasize a shining or glowing blackness. In one, the black matter is called the Ethiopian. A text by 15th century alchemist and astrologer Melkor says, "Then will appear in the bottom of the vessel the mighty Ethiopian. He asked to be buried, to be sprinkled with his own moisture, and slowly calcine till he shall rise in glowing from the fierce fire. As noted, alchemical texts have traditionally spoken of this kind of renewal as a transition from the blackness of the negrito to the whiteness of the albedo. But I believe we have to be careful not to interpret this white outcome of the alchemical process in terms of literal color. So what he's saying, not like white like people, but white like a white light, like an effervescence light, like a shining light. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what he's speaking of. That same process, this process right here. So, you know what I'm saying? When I come on here giving y'all these sciences, I'm giving y'all these for y'all to go study. I'm not trying to glorify myself. I'm trying to help raise the consciousness of the planet. Because that's the only way we're going to win this thing. Which is, you know what I'm saying? But the battle's already won, but we still got to do our part. You know what I'm saying? So each one, like I always say, each one teach one, we all going to reach some. You feel me? So family, get this book, The Black Sun. The Alchemy and Art of Darkness by Stanton Marlin. Stanton Marlin. And then I'm going to read something real quick, family. I'm going to get off here because I wasn't going to be on here too long today. I just wanted to deal with this part right here and read some stuff out of this book. And really just come on here and do a live because I'm going to start doing lives every Sunday, 11:30, 11:45. I just wanted to come on here and share this information with the family. I hope the family's enjoying it. I hope the family's enjoying it. Let's see. Okay, what did I want to share? I want to share this real quick. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all this image, and I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this paragraph underneath, and then I'm gonna end this live. But I want to show y'all that, get this on camera and document it. You know what I'm saying? And then read this paragraph. It says, Adam Kadmon as cosmic man and an image of the subtle body has also been taken up in Christian Kabbalah. In this image of the head of Adam Kadmon, figure 4.4, the skull is drawn in such a way as to reveal roots as part of the brain structure, linking his subtle body with the image of the tree. From this head, a white light is said to illuminate 100,000 worlds. And that's the image I showed you. From this head, a white light is said to illuminate 100,000 worlds. And that's within you, family. You got that within you. You know, especially the melanated being, especially the melanated man and woman. You know what I'm saying? So he goes on to say, from this head, a white light is said to illuminate 100,000 worlds. The length of his face is 370,000 worlds. He is called the Long Face, for this is the name of the Ancient of Ancients. The body of Adam Kadmon is a body of lights, an illuminated body whose organs are divine lights. The Sephirah themselves are a source of lights, colored translucent spheres that serve to modify the infinite expanse of the God, referred to by the Kabbalists as Ein Sof. Dramatic images of the subtle body of Adam Kadmon have been painted by Alice Gray, a contemporary artist. One of his paintings, titled Psychic Energy System, represents for the artist the Kabbalist tree of life color plate. He writes, the Kabbalistic tree, when keyed to the human body, is known as the Adam Kadmon, or first man, and denotes the emanation of the higher spiritual world from above the head down through the physical world at the feet. The symbols represent 10 divine attributes such as wisdom, mercy, judgment, and beauty. So here's the image again, family, what I just read, so you can make you put that together. Right? So yeah, family. The black sun is out there. It's in our atmosphere right now, family. And if people are being exposed, then so be it. Then so be it. Don't be afraid to see the truth. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to be authentic. Don't be afraid to do you. You feel me? Um, Man, I love these. I love what I do, family. I'm just telling you, I love what I do. I love this stuff, man. I love reading. I love studying. I love sharing this with people. And I was doing my astrology chart last night, and it says in my chart that I'm a leader. I was born to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? And I know that. I felt that ever since I was a child because I've always been a leader. You know what I mean? But I just didn't channel it and use it in the right way. And sometimes I still don't, but eventually I will master it. I'll eventually I will master it. But I just want to say to those out there that may be watching this, you're so powerful, mentally, physically, spiritually. You're so powerful. The mind is amazing. You can create so much with your mind. You can attract. I don't even chase nothing no more. I just attract. I don't chase shit. I just attract. And you could do the same too. But it's a mindset. It's a mind state. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I called my son this morning, told him I loved him because I probably don't call him and tell him that enough. But I called him this morning and made sure I told him that I loved him. And we need to do those things more. You know what I'm saying? Meditating. I've been meditating a lot more lately. I've been meditating 2, 3 times a day. Um, yeah, family. Reach out to your family. Let them know you care about them. Especially the ones that you can rock with. You know what I'm saying? Do something nice for them. You know what I'm saying? Take them out to eat. Buy them something. You know what I'm saying? Give them something. You know what I mean? So with that being said, family, I'm gonna get out of here. I didn't want to stay on here too long today. I just wanted to get on here and express some of my feelings and share the information about the Black Sun because I've been experiencing the Black Sun and the fact that we're in the summer solstice right now. We feeling the heat from Sirius. It's been 90, 100 degrees in some parts of the country plus. And I've been getting out at least an hour or so every day in that sun and putting my feet in the grass, grounding. I've been getting downloads. I've been reading like crazy. So, family, everything happens for a reason. Just remember that. Everything happens for a reason. Don't be mad about what happened. Peace, God. J Hooks, peace, peace, God. Don't be mad about what happens. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head. I know it's tough to do sometimes. Keep your head, keep it 100. So, with that being said, my name is Michael Jordan, aka the Serious Alchemist. If you like a reading from me, hit me up. My email's in the description boxes of my videos. Hit me up. I do astrology readings. I do tarot readings. You know what I'm saying? I got clients that I read for yearly. I got clients I read for monthly. I got clients that I read for every 6 months. So it depends on what you want. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. I'm versatile. Um, yeah. So with that being said, I'm out of here, family. See you in the next video. Peace.